Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode 2 of Spider-Man Week here on the channel. Now, I did do a poll asking you guys what should I talk about in this episode, but since some of you guys are shitting on this character, and I feel unfairly shitting on this character, I should say, I have to defend. It really opened my eyes to say, you know what? I gotta defend her. I think this character has been poorly represented because of how she was written and portrayed by Kirsten Dunst in the Raimi trilogy. I think this character gets a lot of unnecessary hate because how she was portrayed in the Raimi trilogy. I think a lot of these people that claim to be Spider-Man fans have never tried to read the comic books and see who and what the character actually is. And that to me kind of breaks my heart a little bit because the comics, it's where it's at. The character I'm going to defend is Spider-Man's wife from many years ago in Mary Jane Watson. Now, I am a fan of this character, and I am not making it a secret. I'm not trying to hide. I'm not trying to cower my way out of this. I love this character. But I will confess that Kirsten Dunst nor did Sam Raimi really do this character justice. And honestly, I kind of blame more so Sam Raimi than Kirsten Dunst. I think Kirsten Dunst could have been a great Mary Jane, but she wasn't given the proper writing nor source material to work with. And I blame that on Sam Raimi and the writers he hired. But yeah, Mary Jane Watson, a lot of people are saying she's toxic, she's a complete bitch, she's whiny, she's too needy, she cheats on her boyfriends. None of that's really true in the comic books, and you know, while they did incorporate some aspects of her character from the comics into the movies, they didn't do enough of it, in my opinion. And the truth is, Mary Jane, if people have actually read the mainstream Spider-Man comics, especially the ones that were written during the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even 2000s before One More Day, Brand New Day, One Moment at a Time, and even some after those comics, Mary Jane is actually a very likable character. She's nice, she's compassionate, she's a great confidant, she gives Peter great moral support, she's not selfish. You know, she's neither toxic, and she's even great in the MC2 Marvel Universe, aka the Marvel Comics 2 universe. But people just like, no, because of how badly she was portrayed and written the Raimi trilogy, it just caused a lot of people to show no regard for the actual character from the comic books, and that, to me, needs to fucking stop. The fact that people keep saying that she's awful without reading any of her comics, reading any of the mainstream comic books, is beyond disgraceful at this point. I mean, she's one of the most well-written, well-developed characters in all of comics and fiction. Probably her best iterations outside of the comics are from the Insomniac Spider-Man games, the 1994 Spider-Man animated series in which she was voiced by Sarah Valentine, and the 2008 Spectacular Spider-Man animated series in which she was voiced by Vanessa Marshall. But as much as I love the Insomniac version of Mary Jane, she feels more like Lois Lane in terms of the fact that she's an investigative reporter than the Mary Jane Watson many of us know and love from the comic books, where she's not only an actress, but an incredibly gorgeous and successful supermodel. So yeah, I mean, I know there are those we all prefer who we like more in the comic, and we all have our favorite love interests and stuff like that in comics and fiction. But the hate on this character to me is just so unfair and poorly justified simply because of how she was portrayed in the movies. And as I said, if people actually took their time to check out this character in the comic books, Even in the original Ultimate Spider-Man comic, she's not that bad of a character. Matter of fact, she's a great character in that universe too. But back to the bottom line, people think because of how badly and how poorly written, how badly portrayed and how poorly written she was in the Raimi Spider-Man movies, people think, oh, Mary Jane sucks, she's awful, she's a bitch, she's this, she's that. That's not fucking true. Plus, for those of you who want to know about Gwen Stacy, she and Mary Jane were friends despite being foils and rivals for Peter's affections. Kind of like how Benny and Veronica are in the Archie comics, right? So, and when she died, she was just probably just as devastated as Peter was. So, I literally don't understand why there are people that claim to be hardcore Spider-Man fans that shit on this character without doing their proper and legitimate research on the character. I get it. Kirsten Dunst and Sam Raimi did not do this character very well. But that's just one version of the character. She went through a lot of crap in her life too. Her father walked out on her mom, set up her sister Gail to go to prison for a long time over some stupid file or document so he can make some money off his buyers. Her father Philip was a piece of shit. So people need to understand this character better. And it's a real shame it's a real fucking shame that this character has been getting shit on unfairly by fans because of how bad she was portrayed in the Raimi Spider-Man movies. And I think that needs to stop. Now, if she's such a great character, why she and Peter no longer married? Ask Joe Quesada. It's called One More Day. It's the worst Spider-Man comic ever. And I'm actually, for the next episode, which will air tomorrow when I come back from work, I'm going to talk about the current state of the Spider-Man comics. The mainstream Spider-Man comics, that is. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I hope you guys try your best to actually do your proper legitimate research on the character. And as always, peace out.